right, this is a video. I think a lot of you guys have probably seen it, maybe not. But this is our freelance photographer, Don Kish, who M&A hired to photo document our work. And sorry about that. And so I'm going to try and hit play, and it's just a little slideshow of some of the cool shots. Wish me luck on this. So that's it. I think now I would like to invite the brains behind this up here to address some of your questions. I'm not too proud to say, I'm kind of a manager in this role, and I'd like to invite Drs. Ted Neff and Kurt Anderson to come up and help address some of the questions you guys might have. If you guys have any questions. You guys have questions? Okay, well, first of all, let's like to bring up Ted, introduce you to Ted Knapp, the M&A project director for the excavations from M&A, and Kirk Anderson, the geoarchaeologist for this. And between the three of us, we can address the questions. I think I'm going to turn this off. May I turn off the mic?
We have a portable mic there. Push that button all the way up, wait for the green light. Thank you.
Question.
Yes.
The first kiva that you showed, it looked like some of the slabs were colored, like painted color. Is that just a trick of the
Repeat the question.
Yeah, the question was on one of the earlier photographs of the kiva, were some of the slabs painted? And actually, before I answer that question, I just want to quickly say on behalf of myself and everybody from the Museum of Northern Arizona that we really appreciate the fact that you all turned out tonight to see this program, and we're very excited about our collaboration with the National Park Service on these excavations. So just want to let you all know that. And to get to your question, excuse me. So thus far, we've seen no painting on any of the walls, any of the structures that we've excavated. We have seen some plaster, but as far as we can tell, there was nothing. There may have been at one time, but we were unable to discern any painting or writing or anything like that on those walls.
Do you have any evidence for whether the habitations were used all year long or just seasonally?
The question was whether we have any evidence of whether the habitations were used all year long or just seasonally, and that's an excellent question. That's one of our primary research topics, and I'm going to kind of hem and haw right now and say that I'm not sure. The data is still coming in, but I would tend to kind of in keeping with the theme that Lisa talked about, these being full service pueblo and sites, that they're probably representative of more permanent occupation than they are of just seasonal activity. But in saying that, the data is not all in yet.
What's involved in that OSL dating process?
Well, the question was what's involved in the OSL dating techniques. So, one of the most important things that we can do is figure out how old things are or in sequence of events. So for dating, for OSL dating, it's called optically stimulated luminescence. And basically, without getting into the details of it, you can date the last time that a grain of sand saw sunlight. So you can date when that sand and the strata associated with that sand was buried. So that sunlight actually then excites quartz grains and empties the imperfections in the crystal lattice of these quartz grains. And then once that is buried again, it accumulates energy from background radiation and cosmic rays and whatnot. They get trapped in the crystal lattice. You can then take that sample in a metal tube and bring it back to the lab in a dark room and expose it to light. And sort of the luminescence of that light is representative of the age of the sample.
And when did that technique science use?
June 3rd, 19. No, it's actually been around for probably 30, 40 years. It started out to be thermoluminescent, so you could date hearths and pottery and things that were heated up in archaeological context, but over the years they refined it. And it's quite reliable. Fluvial deposits, some of the best deposits to date. And so far results have been very favorable when they're compared to radiocarbon.
What's the time?
Basically, for optically